It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the fourth country to become part of the NFL's International Series, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go, here in Sao Paulo. Mecole Hardman now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And headed out with them to make his first NFL start. What an exciting day. Their rookie quarterback from Georgia.
I know we all got to see him aired out in the preseason, but we've been waiting, just waiting for his regular season debut to see him take that cannon of an arm and launch one deep. That arm talent's a big part. Why they drafted him and are starting him right here in week 1.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Third and just 2 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. From the pistol, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Zach Bond with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. Cuts right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play it certainly was effective.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. On now is McManus to kick this away. Dory Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. This finds Smith. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down throwing for Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. He completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he gets this forward to the 19. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Working inside the red zone. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More coming up after this quick break. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Throw left side, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun give now to Jacobs, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, a couple of real nice stops, forced 4th and 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hurts looking to throw. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Hurts. That's Smith on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man right is Smith. Hurts throwing again. That pass complete to Goddard. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this at the 19. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Motion man left is Brown. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Able to find Johnson here. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll send him over right. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Motion man left is Brown. Back to throw, Hurts. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing here, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
First down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. He'll throw it. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. So we're at the halfway point of this game. A 13-point lead for him at the break. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Washington Commanders. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, take 2 for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First down, a run with Barkley. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Into traffic. Complete. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Azeez Al-Shaair that time on the tackle. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. That's into the hands of Barkley. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jair Alexander with the stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Hurts setting up to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
He's throwing for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sidney Brown in on that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Into the hands of Likely. And that's good for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 15. Taken in by Likely. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Handoff running right. Jacobs. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On now comes their punter. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the pistol, Hurts. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Packers will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Jacobs gets it on the draw. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Reed will go in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Sidney Brown in on that stop. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. And he makes the... No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Third and a lone yard coming up. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They're going play action. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they stop him after a pickup down to the 24. It's a 6-yard gain. They're going to have 4th and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This finds Likely. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hurts now from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts throwing again. Goddard makes the catch. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Flushed out, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
On third down, it's Hurts. Put the body on the line for his team. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to try to run it in. Barkley. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. The kick by Hopkins is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Hardman with a return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut by Jacobs. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Eagles are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, a lot of throws come in his direction, and they come out quickly. Didn't have a lot of time to step in front of them. It really takes great reactionary time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick out of the slot, and he should be applauded for his efforts on that play.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've...
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Setting up for the kneel down on third. They take a knee, and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. So it's an Eagles win here in this one, as they take the first ever victory awarded here in South America. And no doubt the trip home from Brazil going to be a joyous one before it's back to business prepping for week 2. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say ciao from Sao Paulo.